It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Monday, March 10th, and what a Monday it is. Is it not such a Monday? Wow, we came off a crazy weekend of back-to-back updates. So many dramatic updates. So many things just keep piling on. I mean, just when you think that there can't be more to just add to the drama that is happening with this insane case of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, it's just that the stories and the rumors and the husbands, they just keep getting involved. And now it's the wives. Oh, those wives. They can't get out of the comments section. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. If any single one of if my husband ever gets in the comment section and starts commenting things and calling people that are, trying to protect people, going after them politically, that have nothing to do with anything, that's when we just have to call up the red flag police. That's the red flag police. Guys, we have gone too far. Too far. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Paul Feig's wife has gone too far in the comment section over the weekend. We will get into that. We will get into the fact that Brendan Sklenar has taught us why Hollywood has lost the case. Okay. Hollywood has no backbone. I have decided to do my back weights today. I worked out hard. I'm working on my backbone today for all of Hollywood because they have no backbone. Hollywood in general lacks the ability to stand up for what's right. So I am working out hard because Brandon Sklenar doesn't have a spine. We will talk about all that and more. We'll talk about some lip biting that was found in the depths of the paparazzi videos. And in addition to that, we're going to talk about some Bravo drama. Don't you worry, Bravo is giving it hard. Tamra Judge has allegedly quit Real Housewives of OC in New Orleans. James Kennedy is officially the biggest douchebag on the planet. He and Jax are really fighting hard for that because Brittany Cartwright has said it all and more on her podcast. Real Housewives of Atlanta is back and it is good. And Wendy Williams is still in a window holding up signs asking for help. That and more on today's Daily Dose of Donna. Well, if you are not from the United States, if you are under 18, if you don't speak English, if you are a hardcore Democrat, but you support Justin Baldoni, just know you are officially a Trumper, according to Paul Feig's wife. I can't even say it without a smile on my face. It is unreal, the shit that this family is pulling. By that, I mean, where is my cowboy hat? I really can't believe I didn't bring props for today. I have the best cowboy hat upstairs for Paul Feig. Damn. I'm really bummed. I'm going to see if hold on. Do you have a cowboy hat? If you do, okay. I am so bummed I don't have a cowboy hat for Paul Feig props. Bang, bang. Okay. Paul Feig. We got to talk about Paul. You know how Bethany and Luann had that conversation back in that amazing Real Housewives episode where they're like, please don't let it be about Tom. Please don't let it be about Tom. Guys, we need to talk about Paul. Paul Feig has got to stop. And not only does Paul need to stop, but Paul really needs to stop and take his wife with him. Paul Feig's wife is out of control. What's her name again? Paul Feig's wife is Laurie Feig. Don't know anything about Laurie. I never knew anything about Laurie. I didn't want to know anything about Laurie because unless Laurie Feig is an incredible, wonderful, perfect, part of the directorial world of, this movie, and she is maybe on the crew of Another Simple Favor, or maybe she is a huge part of the production. Why should we really know anything about Laurie? She's not really part of this, except for the fact that she has made herself a huge, well, I'm saying it like Trump now, a huge part of this production, because she is living in the comment section. And this is a problem. Laurie has started to stand up for Blake Lively in the comment section. Let me show you a little bit about Laurie. And I would never want to talk about Laurie Feig. Like, this is not there's no reason to, except now I feel like I have to, because she did this, right? She brought this in. She brought herself into this mess. So let's talk about Laurie. Okay? Let's talk about Laurie. Now, Laurie Feig, apparently, from what I know, has erased herself from Instagram. I'm not even going to look her up. Let's just pull up when I Googled Laurie Feig, Paul Feig's Instagram. He posted about her 133 weeks ago. Happy birthday to my extremely gorgeous and wonderful wife, Laurie Feig. Every day with her is a joy, and every day away from her is a quest to get back to her. I love you, birthday girl. Well, that's sweet. This was in 2022. I'm imagining they have a very strong relationship. This is her and their dog from a very odd angle, very low. I would probably get annoyed if my husband posted that. Okay, she's private now. She did not erase herself, but she is private. Finally, right? Producer consultant. Oh, so she is a producer. Married to Paul Feig, international film TV. I love all things K-drama and Indian cinema. Okay. Now, why is Laurie relevant for this? Did I go away? Laurie cut me out of the equation. Blame it on Blake. It's Team CIA. Because Laurie has brought herself into the equation herself. And that's because she decided to get into the comment section and start standing up for Blake Lively in a really, really odd way. So I'm going to bring up some other people who were reporting on this. I didn't even report on this over the weekend. I let some other amazing people do this for me. I'm going to bring up Steph with the deets for this one. She posted a reel about this where she was talking about this. So I'm going to get this going for you in just a second. Well, actually, you know who I have right in front of me? I have Fafo. Fafo and Associates, Else Rich, who has been on my show. She is really killing it. And if you haven't started following her, like, why? Like, what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? She is really killing the game. MC High Life says, between Paul debunking feud rumors and his wife calling everyone Trumpers, they are working overtime to sell us Blake poison. It is very, very, very odd exactly how far they're working. But let's talk about exactly what she said. Here we go.
The victim here, get the facts. I think it's time we discuss the Laurie Feig of it all. Paul Feig's wife, Laurie Feig, has been flying under the radar on some bullshit for a while. She left this comment saying, Blake has already been paid. It's on Amazon. Boycotting the film will not hurt Blake. It's a great film and hundreds of people worked super hard to make it great. So enjoy it. Save your energy. Don't hate a film. Why is Laurie Feig wearing this nightgown fighting in the comments? What the fuck is a Laurie? Why do we need to hear from her? Then she goes on to keep fighting for her life in the comments. Love people that post lies and then are too cowardly to allow replies, all bots. Why don't you focus on what's important in the world? Wake up, get out of the basement. The basement, Laurie? Really? Okay. And see what's happening to democracy. Or you're a woman hating Trumpers. What the fuck does that even mean? But okay, here's the kicker. Blake was the victim here. Get the facts. Justin's wife is probably horrified by her husband. I'll read it again. Blake was the victim here. Get the facts. Justin's wife is probably horrified by her husband. I thought maybe I'm tripping. It couldn't possibly be her. I go on Google, type her name, and sure enough, it's her actual account, followed by Bellamy Young, president from Scandal. But it is her. That's her actual account. Type in this bullshit. Why is Laurie Feig so fucking concerned about whether or not people go see this movie? If Blake has already been paid, your husband has already been paid. Unless, of course, Blake and your husband have not already been paid. Because they were hoping the success of It Ends With Us would drive people to see Another Simple Favor. And so they hitched their fucking wagon together. And why is nobody checking her? Why are no publications talking about this? That's what concerns me. I'm gonna need Brian Freeman to depose her, because what the fuck does she know?
Wow. Leave it to Fafo. We're going to pull up Fafo a few times. Fafo should start being she should be Daily Dose of Donna and Fafo. She should be literally a co-host. Thank you so much, Kelly Goodman, my girl who I was just texting with this morning for the super sticker. I love you. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is so wild. It's so unreal. What do they say? Thou doth protest too much. What is she on, this Laurie Feig, getting so involved? In what world is this okay that the director's wife is like sending random people comments in the I would die if number one, she's making Blake look awful. Forget Paul. She's making Blake look bad. If I was Blake or Blake's people or Ryan Reynolds, I would say, stop. What are you doing? This is literally the worst thing for Blake Lively's case. Don't you guys agree? It's awful for their side. It does nothing to benefit them that this woman is attacking people and calling Justin Baldoni a horrible human, a villain, and anyone that supports him is Trumpers. It's like she and Taylor Lorenz are in bed together. In fact, she and Taylor Lorenz are both co-hosts of The View, according to me. Meanwhile, on the other side of this is also crazy. On X over the weekend, I don't even have to work anymore because I'm so glad that I can watch all of these other people doing all of this amazing sleuthing. Over the weekend, Melanie King, who has a YouTube channel and she's over on X, she was posting all this kind of stuff that she was finding from the weekend too, from the premiere. And she was posting, we were all finding all this crazy stuff. Remember about the fan that was in the black and white jacket, and I found from one of my followers who had sent me very clearly he was outside, inside, all over the place, and he was sticking out like it was like a Where's Waldo but opposite, because he was sticking out like a highlighter. It was literally like if this was here. You saw this guy in the black and white everywhere he went with Blake Lively. And so everyone was saying, who is this guy that was taking pictures wherever Blake was? And sure enough, I got some DMs in my inbox over the weekend from one of my followers who actually, I believe, either lives in Sweden or Brazil, who recognized him because she saw him in concert. That man, he's a performer, but also works for a domestic violence hotline. And he was very open. He was on Entertainment Tonight's Instagram. He was on Access Hollywood's Instagram, Variety's Instagram, because he was in all these public photo ops. So they were not hiding these people. But anyone that was local to Austin, because he lives in Austin, anyone that was local to Texas would know who these people are and could do an easy, quick Google search and found out that they work very strategically who these people were, including Melanie King was really smart here and did some searching and found out that that one of the people that was in the here, I'll show you guys right here. One of the people that was in the fans section behind the barricade this is just so crazy, is none other than what? Laurie Feig? Wait, what? Why is Paul Feig's wife in the fan section at South by Southwest? It's just so strange. If you guys know in any way, like the way premieres work and red carpets work, this is not the section where you put the VIP people. This is not the section where you put the director's wife. This is the section where you put fans. This is the section where you put, you know, people that are dying to get a picture of the stars, you know? So it's very strange that she's standing there and she's like, Blake. And if you watch any video of the moment, I believe it was Extra had this whole video of this moment of her getting out of the car and running over to these people. And it straight up was like, Blake, come over here, take a picture with me. This is your husband's star in 2 movies now. What, they don't have a relationship? It's just odd. The whole thing is just so odd. Like, why? Why is she back here? Does anyone find it so weird? She's like a fangirl. Blake, look at me. It's really strange. And meanwhile, you know, Paul Feig with his hat. I just can't get over Paul Feig with the hat doing the bang bang. It's just too good. He with the you know, with the 2 he's always got that hat on. I don't know, you guys. It's a weird couple. It's a weird situation. It's a weird couple, and I don't get it. I don't understand exactly what's happening with the Paul Feig situation. I don't know why he's dying. I mean, I guess I know why. He's dying more than anything to make sure that this movie doesn't go down. But the problem is it's going down. The more he speaks about it, the more he and his wife are dying to keep it alive, is the more it's going down on its own. And the problem with it is sorry, I just saw a picture of the bang bang. I can't with the bang bang pictures. Have you guys seen the bang bang pictures? Let me see if I can pull one up for you guys. I can't with it. I'll show you guys what pictures I'm talking about. The problem is the more he's talking about it, the more it's getting like bad. We can buy this for $375, should we? Should I put this picture in my cart for $375? Who's buying this? I could do it for a large for $499. I want someone to buy this picture and put it up on their wall. I'm going to be Paul Feig for Halloween. This is going to be a really good Halloween. Who's going to be Blake Lively? Who's Blake Lively dressed as Boba? I mean, that someone said Blake Lively was dressed like Boba, and it's all I could see. Did anyone else see that in her dress? Here, let me see if I can find one of her dress. It's actually, she does look like, her dress is actually, it's wild. It does actually look like Boba. I don't know if you know what I mean, but look. It's like a cup of boba, like a milk tea with boba on the bottom. But you could also buy this for $375. Listen, if I was going to spend $375, I would spend it on Blake rather than Bang Bang Paul Feig, right? Interesting. Okay, so a couple other things that happened on that red carpet. Obviously, we did not get any pictures with just Blake and Anna Kendrick, which is interesting because there was all this hullabaloo, hubbub, that the 2 of them were totally fine and getting along really well, but yet there was no pictures of the 2 of them together. Everyone thought that was kind of strange. There was a panel of the 4 of them on stage where she spoke a lot and he spoke a lot. Everyone was speaking a lot. Everyone seemed fine. I mean, Paul Feig was very clear on Twitter, of course, in the comments saying that they got along really well, but why is there no obvious hang between Anna and Blake. It's just pretty obvious to me that there is something going on, and I don't know why they're not just being, well, I think if they were really close, Anna would say, like, obviously we're friends, we love each other, hug, hug. And they're not doing it, and there's a reason for it. Now, the movie itself, someone asked in the comments, like, what is this movie about? I have not seen A Simple Favor. I don't know about you guys. I have never seen A Simple Favor. I don't know what it's about. And I should watch it, I guess, if it's good. But I've not seen A Simple Favor, and I've not seen another Simple Favor trailer even. Is it a spy movie? Is it a thriller? I have no idea, but I will be open to seeing it if it gets great reviews, but it's not getting very good reviews. Apparently, according to some people that were in the audience at the screening, they did say it was not looking very good. I saw an Instagram this morning where a lot of you guys sent it to me, and let me see if I can find it really fast, where it was getting kind of taken down by a critic. Here is a spoiler-free review by someone who was actually in the audience.
For The Simple Favor 2 months earlier, and I'm sorry to say, it's by far the worst film I've seen this year. I was lucky enough to attend the world premiere with Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively herself at South by Southwest Film Festival in Texas, and I hated this film from start to finish, I won't lie. For a brief plot summary, Blake Lively has somehow returned and invited Anna Kendrick to her wedding on Capri in Italy. And then, of course, chaos ensues. There's revenge, murder, mystery, campy fun, and that's pretty much it. It's desperate to try and recreate some of the plot twists from the first film, but none of them ever really land, and that's saying something, because in the first film, a lot of them didn't really land. Blake Lively's phoning it in, and that's saying something, because Anna Kendrick quite literally is once again just playing Anna Kendrick. There's nothing special from any of the performances here. Henry Golding's fun, but that's about it. But the editing in this film is so bad that I think it actually needs a drastic re-edit, and I'm not talking from just a story perspective either. The script is poorly written, the CGI is bad, it's just generally quite boring. Even if it sometimes tries to lean into that campy side, it never finds itself being fun. That last act, I would argue, is barely watchable. Another Simple Favor is far and away the worst film I've seen this year. It's not absolute garbage, but it is a 2 out of 5, and I would not recommend this when it does come out in May.
Ouch. And that is by an actual movie reviewer. That's not like a Blake Lively hater, but most likely, according to Laurie, he is a women-hating Trumper. She said it, not me. Sorry, Dawson's screen. Okay, we're going to talk about Brandon Sklenar in just a moment, but this show is brought to you by a new sponsor for the show, and I am so excited about this next sponsor because I have loved Alloy Women's Health. And you guys, so many of you are going to love this one too. This episode of Daily Dose of Donna is brought to you by Alloy Women's Health. Aging can be, let's put it plainly, crappy, right? Problems sleeping, hot flashes, brain fog, weight gain, and decreased libido. I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it, okay? It's true. Can hit us pretty hard. Menopause is inevitable, but it's also treatable. I just found out that almost half of women went through 3+ years before seeking relief from menopause or perimenopausal symptoms. Why would we do that to ourselves? That's because 43% of women reported that their doctors just never even mentioned MHT, that's menopause hormone therapy, as an option for treatment. Another 40% don't even know where to go for a solution. Alloy can help you live your best, healthiest life through menopause and beyond, offering unlimited access to experts and safe science-backed treatments for your symptoms, skin, hair, and sexual wellness delivered to your door. Everything is done online from the comfort of your own home. From the comfort of your own home or anywhere, no waiting for an appointment or in line at a pharmacy. Alloy is fast, accessible, and their treatments actually work, and I can speak to this, okay? So what you have to do is everything is available by prescription, so you'll need to complete a short medical questionnaire and a patient verification. You design your treatment plan with a physician online, okay? You'll work with a menopause-trained physician to finalize a personalized treatment plan, and you get a 3-month supply. Alloy ships your prescription directly to your door with automatic refills. So basically what I got when I did this, I got a cream and a prescription, like an oral pill and a cream that I was using. And it was really, really great. And it really worked to increase my testosterone levels, baby. In case you're wondering why I'm just so feisty and energetic. All right. So I cannot recommend Alloy enough. Join the 95% who tried Alloy and saw relief in the first 2 weeks. Head to myalloy.com/daily dose and tell them all about your symptoms, and you'll get a fully customized treatment plan, and you'll get $20 off your first order today. Head to myalloy.com/daily dose and enter code daily dose to get $20 off your first order. Get your Alloy prescription today. myalloy.com/daily dose. Enter code daily dose. All right. Thanks, Alloy. I'm excited for you guys to all try it. Let me know. All right. We got to go on. And yes, we have so many stories coming up because we're going to talk all Bravo. We're going to talk Wendy Williams. I see all your comments. We're getting there. Don't you worry. And thank you guys for all of you telling me about my hair and everything. Thank you so much. I'm dressed up for Billy Bush. I'm going to Billy Bush today. Remember? I'm doing Billy Bush. It's Daily Dose of Bush. We're starting a new show. He doesn't know about it. Billy Bush doesn't know about our new collab, but we're doing Daily Dose of Bush starting today. Daily Dose of Donna, thank you, Nancy Drew, is almost at 40,000 subscribers. Subscribe today if you have not yet subscribed. Why? Why have you not subscribed? Why are you just here for the free goods? At least subscribe. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing, and it does everything for my channel. Okay, you guys are coming up with some more names for my show with Daily Dose of Bush. Donna's Bush, Nicolette says. We also have Clitorals and Bush. That's only after hours by Hair by Teresa E. Thank you. Clitorals and Bush. I'll be running all of these by Billy Bush a little bit later. Okay, don't you worry. So that's pretty much all. Okay, great. So Daily Dose of Bush or Clitorals and Bush. I'll just be done. Let's see. Karen says, did you sign up to be a guest, but now are going to take over his show so you can have your own authorship of his show? Yes, I didn't sign a contract, so I will definitely, probably be suing him at some point. So don't worry. It's going to be fun. Let's see. Daily Dose of Bush, wear your clitorals. Okay, I like that. Clits in the bush. He's not going to have me back on his show. He's going to be too scared now. You guys, he's already gone through a tough time in this life. You guys remember, okay? He's already been canceled one time. We're not going through this. Clits in a bush. I can't. Busy dose of clits. Busy dose of... Okay. We're going to move on. I'm going to talk about Blake Lively biting a lip. I'm going to talk about Brendan Sklenar. Brendan Sklenar has no spine. I'm going to teach Brendan Sklenar how to build his backbone. It starts with eating a lot of protein. It starts with working out. And it starts with not being scared of getting fired. But listen, I understand. Brendan Sklenar doesn't have... I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I really do. And here's why. Brendan Sklenar has... Really, he's in. Don't think I'm getting him off the what was that? Off the reservation. What am I saying? Like letting him off the hook, but he doesn't have another choice. Okay. He is screwed. Why? Because he has jumped ship so many times and gone back and forth so many times. And once you have already done that, he doesn't have a place to land anymore. Brendan Sklenar started his journey in this acting journey. Actually, I don't even know where and when Brendan Sklenar started his journey as an actor, but let me see. Brendan Sklenar resume. Let me see where he started. Well, obviously he was in 1923. He was in Shot in the Dark in 2021, Indigo Valley. So really small things. Hunky Dory. Was that starring Kathy Hilton? in 2016. He played George Tex Gay in 2019. In 2000, he was in Westworld. He had a guest appearance on Westworld, New Girl. So he's been around. Okay, so he's been working. He's been doing small things for years before he got the role of It Ends With Us. But It Ends With Us, if not for the movie, but the drama around It Ends With Us, is because he is why his name is being thrown everywhere. Let's be real. I don't think any of us knew Brandon Sklenar's name prior to this drama. And a lot of us could say the same thing for Justin Baldoni as well. Let's be honest. Like, I knew who he was because of my casting past. I think a lot of you guys probably did not know who he was unless you watched Jane the Virgin and you were following his career. But I think this drama is why a lot of these names have become big names. Okay. He signs with William Morris. It is a lie that he signed after this drama. He signed prior to this drama. That was kind of a myth that Ryan Reynolds had him signed to William Morris. It's not true. However, he's doing The Housemaid, which is Paul Feig's next movie. There is a little crossover there. He is close with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. We know that. He did do that promo video and did Book Bonanza and all of that promo with Blake Lively. We know that all. He is definitely close with Blake and Ryan. I believe he's much closer to that side of the street than Justin. When the New York Times article came out, he's the one that posted on his Instagram stories like, "For the love of God." So dramatic. Read Blake's story. Read this article. Okay, cool. Awesome. Done. He chose his side there. Then a few months ago or a few weeks ago, he was on Gayle King's show in the morning and he said, "I do not feel like I have a side. I am side, the moral of the story, the movie, domestic violence. I have a friend who experienced domestic violence and I care so much about this." That's all he cared about. And I thought to myself, as long as so many of you guys, like, he is taking the moral high ground. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Then last week or 2 weeks ago, he wears that brooch. And we're all thinking, oh my God, is this a sign that he is now Team Justin Baldoni? Because this is not an accident. How many brooches are out there in the world that are pink, that are flowers, that are exactly the same designer? And then not only that, in his caption, he says, "Long live the brooch." He is calling attention to this brooch that Mr. Justin Baldoni happened to wear the exact one. He is showing brotherhood. This is my interpretation of it. And then he goes on the red carpet at South by Southwest over the weekend and speaks to People magazine and says, no, that was a strange misinterpretation. In fact, that had nothing to do with that. Well, why don't we see exactly what he said for himself? Because not only did he say it was an accident, he actually couldn't even say his name. Let's watch it together. This is on People Magazine's TikTok.
Was there any special meaning behind that pin you wore last week?
Yeah, honestly, no. I wish I could say there was. That was a total happenstance. I woke up in the morning and saw an article, and I was like, "Oh, damn!" I literally had no idea. I had an idea. I wanted to wear like a floral brooch of some kind, and that was the color I liked the best. And lo and behold, someone also wore that prior to me wearing it. So yeah.
Someone. How fucked up is that? To say someone. Nicolette also brings up a really good point here. Looks down and away. According to Craig Conover, a resident lawyer and storyteller on Southern Charm, he likes to say that Austin on Southern Charm looks to the left when he lies. There is body language to liars. They do tend to shift their eyes when they lie. And I've never seen anyone look so uncomfortable in that interview. He's all over the place. But the fact that he calls him someone, I'm sorry, someone. You worked on a film together for a solid year. with the strike. You were obviously in scenes together. He was your director. He did not sexually harass you. As far as we know, there was no wrongdoing between Justin Baldoni and Brandon Sklenar. In fact, we have it on record in interviews, Brandon Sklenar speaking very high and well about his director and co-star Justin Baldoni. What the fuck is this somebody shit? Call him by his name. And if you can't call him by his name, Brandon, stop with this playing both sides shit. This is where it bothers me. The people in Hollywood that are friends to everyone are the people in Hollywood that are friends to no one. If you are friends to everyone, if you are on everyone's side, when there is clearly a huge divide and two people are severely feuding for their lives and careers, then you are friends to no one. At this point, you can't be, I'm team movie, and I can't even say my director and friend or coworker's name. He knows exactly who we're talking about. Say, oh, there was absolutely no, I didn't even know Justin wore it. Or I just thought it was a great, beautiful brooch. I had no idea that, there was no plan. I love the designer. It was a gorgeous brooch. That's it. You don't even have to say the word somebody. Literally, what an incredible moment to stab someone in the back right there. Because that word somebody minimizes Justin's identity and just personality. It just makes him a nobody. It goes back to Colleen Hoover on stage at Book Bonanza or wherever the hell they were when she said the director. Does he not have a name? Is what he did in their eyes that bad? We still call Harvey Weinstein. We still call Charles Manson. We still call really, really bad people by their names. Justin Baldoni deserves to be called by his name. What is this? It's actually so wrong. And it's like that one thing to say, like, it was totally an accident. And like, I think it's a beautiful brooch, but it was totally an accident. It would have been fine. That's it. That's not a crime. But to say that word somebody was so intentional and it was so gross. And it gives me high school mean girl vibes. And I'm grossed out by him. Grossed. Bye. That's how I feel about it. And it gives me like bad feelings about Hollywood and about Hollywood that doesn't want to stand up for what's right in the world. It reminds me of David Schwimmer being on stage last week, speaking up about all the Hollywood Jews that don't want to speak up about the raging anti-Semitism out there because they're scared of getting canceled. So many Hollywood people that are scared to speak up for what's right in the world. I'm telling you, I feel consistently let down by Hollywood lately. It is really tragic what is happening out there just because people are so scared of public opinion. What is going on in your heart? If you really think Justin is that bad of a person, then at least stand up, Brandon, and say, Justin Baldoni is a monster. And Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are the victims. And I stand with Blake and I stand with Ryan. Say it. Just say it. I'll have more respect for someone if they straight up just say it. But this like, I'm team movie. Well, if you're team movie, then say your director's name, you piece of crap. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, let's move on. Blake Lively has also been proven to now have bit. Blake Lively has now proven to have bit Justin's lip. Where are we? What land is this? Blake Lively has bit Justin's lip. This is the last time I'm talking about Blake Lively today. I promise I'm done with her today. And only because you guys are dying for me to talk about this, I will share it with you. This is so ridiculous. In Blake Lively's complaint, I'm going to bring up Fafo and Associates for this one again because Fafo says it better than I am, but she calls Blake Lively an effing liar in this clip because she says in Blake Lively's complaint, as you guys know, she is complaining that he bites her lip over and over when she didn't want him to, and yet paparazzi video has been uncovered of when they are doing their kissing scenes and she is biting his lip. And to be honest, if anyone is biting anyone's lip, I'm turned on. Like, can we bite lips? Like, I would like to bite a lip on a street. I would love to bite Justin Baldoni's lip. Can he bite my lip? It's so sexy. Like, bring sexy kissing back, right? Like, now that we're all Trumpers, like, bring sexy kissing back to America. Make America into sexy kissing again, okay? Make America sexy kissers again. Masca. Like, I want sexy kissing. Okay, I would like a little lip biting. Watch Lance all of a sudden comes home and he's like, he starts biting my lips. Make America kiss again. That's my political statement. Maca. Okay, I'm a Maca. Thank you, Nancy. I am Maca. Is that okay with you, Laurie Feig? I'm sorry. Ridiculous. Here is the video from my co-producer and co-host of a show she doesn't know, but her name is Elsie and she is my best friend. And she is proving that Blake Lively does, in fact, have teeth. Here we go.
Whatever you're doing. Breaking news, reporting live. Blake Lively is a fucking liar. I have read this amended complaint, this lawsuit, Blake Lively's complaint. I recognize these complaints like I recognize my own face in a mirror. Somebody sent me this video around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. this morning from Katie Joy. I said, girl, where have you seen this before? Then it dawned on me, you haven't seen this, you've read it. This is page 14 of Blake Lively's CRD complaint. For instance, Mr. Baldoni discreetly bit and sucked on Miss Lively's lower lip during a scene in which he improvised. Hold the fuck up. Okay, now we're going to jump to page 28 and page 29 of the amended complaint. May 23rd, 2023, Baldoni during a scene in which the cast is wearing loose-fitting onesies. Later that day, during this action sequence, Lively and Baldoni's characters would kiss, which is all caught on camera. Lively's complaint later accuses Baldoni of discreetly biting and sucking on Miss Lively's lower lip. Well, here's the money shot, Blake. That is literally you holding that man's lower lip between your teeth. No teeth, my ass, Blake. No teeth, my ass. Pay that man. Pay that man, because if Brian Friedman gets a hold of this, it's curtains for you. As always, this message has been brought to you by, if you fuck around long enough, it doesn't matter who you are. You will find out. My God. Happy Monday. Go with God.
I love her. I love her. See, I can't say it as good as her. Just Fafo and Associates. Bring her to the stands. Depose that girl right now. Bring her. Pay that guy. This show is brought to you by Crest White Strips. Always with teeth. Just kidding. It's so good. It's so good. This woman was projecting all of her shit on Justin Baldoni. It's so unreal. Let's move on. Tamra Judge has quit Real Housewives of OC again? How many of us were not surprised last night that Tamra Judge wrote on her Instagram stories in a pink background saying, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. Peace out. A lot of you guys saw her Instagram story, Tamra Judge, when she said, I am done. I am not doing this anymore. I can't do it. When real life stuff is happening, I am not doing, I am not going to, do the reality shit. I can't continue to do reality shit. Here, according to page 6, I have a picture of the actual Instagram story, It says, it was a long run. When life gives you real problems, this reality shit doesn't make sense. Peace out with a peace sign, hand peace sign. I am out. Well, a lot of people were not surprised. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not surprised because Tamra is a very strong, she's like a knee jerker, right? She's a knee jerker. Now, we were DMing, okay? She did say, she said, I'm done. That's her quote to me. I'm done. I have not heard back anything else but about that. Andy Cohen spoke about it on his radio show this morning. He goes, all I can say is that she's going through a lot with her personal life with Teddy. Teddy Mellencamp is her co-host, her business partner, her best friend. I don't know specifically what's going to happen there. I imagine she's not going to be done. My guess is that she'll take a strong and needed break, but I don't believe that she is done. My guess is that she is not. My guess is that she went to New Orleans with the cast of OC. Gretchen, her biggest nemesis of years, was there. Shannon, who she can't stand and who can't stand her, was there. I imagine there was maybe alcohol involved, a big fight, and she just couldn't handle it anymore. I get it. Tamra is a loose cannon on these shows, and she is the villain. They paint her out to be the villain, even though I don't believe she is in real life. And they constantly attack her, and I don't believe that she can handle it when she is in a mental state like this. She is probably going through a lot, very stressed out. She's holding the weight of the entire podcast on her own shoulders. No offense to, her co-host that she's doing it with, like Dolores is doing it with her, etc. But Teddy is out of commission right now. So she's doing it all alone. It's a lot of stress. I'm sure she's overworked, overstressed, and she can't handle it. And I think she was very on the fence about coming back this season after last season. And maybe she shouldn't have. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's just too much for her. And I get it. It's a lot. I wouldn't be able to handle it. Honestly, I would not be able to handle a reality show like that where I was constantly just getting into fights with people, just for a career, getting into fights for money. I couldn't do it. So I believe that, in my opinion, I believe that she is she probably felt very confidently that she was done last night, and they were probably heavily trying to talk her off the ledge. And what I mean by that, not seriously, but not literally, I'm sure, between producers, Alex Baskin, maybe she has a couple of people in her corner like Heather Dubrow, or I think she's really close with Emily. I'm sure they're probably trying to kind of get her to calm down. And I haven't seen today, and I'm sure someone would have reported it if she's said anything on her Instagram stories. But, well, let's see. She posted something. Oh, she did post 3 hours ago. She's at the airport. Mental health is health. And she looks like she's been crying. So I'm sure you guys have seen this. She said mental health is health. She's coming home. So she's coming back to LA. As she should. And she does not look like she slept at all. She needs to take a break. I texted her this morning to see how she's doing. I've not heard back. I'll let you guys know if I hear anything, but I'm sure she's not doing very well. She probably, honestly, maybe it's just too much. Maybe it's just too much when your best friend and coworker and someone that you consider is very, very close to you is in a life or death situation in front of your eyes. You start to reevaluate everything. Honestly, I mean, I can truly speak from personal experience in the recent weeks, how many things have just gone to shit in my personal life that everything just I reevaluated so much other stuff. So I truly, Donna is simping for Tamra. Oh, hilarious. I don't care. I don't care if you guys think that. I stand for what I believe in. I think that you have to protect your mental health. If she wants to quit, she should. I think you have to do whatever's best for you. And Tamra's given us amazing reality TV over the course of the last few years. And, you know, they bring people back into these shows like Gretchen. They brought Gretchen back in, obviously, for this drama and to do this. And I think, you know, Tamra probably knew that this was what the goal was, to bring Gretchen back in this season. And that's that, you know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I like Tamra. I agree that she's not great on the show. Like, her personality on the show is very hard to watch, but I like her in person. But that's the tough thing about reality TV, is like you see such a different side. Like Teddy Mellencamp, for example, has a very, very bad reality TV personality. And I get it. Like, if you only know her from Real Housewives, you can't stand her. And I know that that's how a lot of people feel about her, but I really like her in person. She's a really nice person. So that's why, like, there's always this disconnect with the fans and how they feel about Teddy. But I know Teddy from real life, and I'm like, but I like her. So it's always this really strange thing. I think you'd feel that probably with a lot of housewives that you hate on TV, and then you really like them in person, or maybe vice versa. Maybe you would love certain housewives in real life or on TV, and then you meet them in person and they're awful in real life. You never know, right? Brian says, my brother had brain cancer. I'm so sorry, Brian. That's crazy and so sad. And you know what you don't do? Make that your own story. You allow the person to tell their own story. Tamra loves to make other people's issues her story. Okay, totally accurate and totally fair. But we don't know if she's doing that. We actually don't know if she's doing that. She hasn't done that yet. We really don't know if she's done that yet, right? We haven't seen her do that in the show because we haven't watched the season yet. And we haven't seen her do that on the podcast because she hasn't done that. So we'll see. But I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry. But also, you know what? Just one last thing, and then we'll move on. When someone who is very close to you is going through mental health, physical health, sickness, anything like that, it's really hard to separate yourself sometimes from it, because you, as a loved one, especially someone who is like, if you're a caretaker, a parent of, a child of, a sister of, like a spouse of, or whatever, it is part of your story sometimes. So you don't want to make it your story, but you do have a right to have a story as someone that is going through the journey, right? You still are going through a journey when someone you love is sick. Is that wild? Is that a weird thing to say, or is that not appropriate to say? I can't decide if that's appropriate or not. Because if someone you love desperately and dearly is very, very ill, you still have a story and a journey in it, is just what I keep thinking. Let's move on to the next story. And anyway, I'm thinking about Tamra, and I hope she's okay. And I think it's good that she removed herself from the situation. Let's move on. James Kennedy is a piece of shit. Can I have that story for myself? Can I bring that in? Can I talk about the fact that James Kennedy can run, but he can't hide? Because we can all agree that the Tate brothers are crazy and wild, and you know, are really, they've gone too far on the side of bad. I don't even want to spend too much time talking about the Tate brothers, but if you don't know who the Tate brothers are, Andrew and his brother, God, what is his name? Let me pull him up. Luckily I don't follow them. Tate twins. Tate brothers. Are they twins or brothers? Andrew and Tristan Tate. Okay. Andrew and Tristan are two brothers who were detained in Romania in 2022. They were charged the following year. They were accused of allegedly forming a trafficking group that misled and transported 7 women to Romania. That's where my dad was born, by the way, where they were sexually exploited and physically abused. They also faced potential extradition to the UK. Andrew and Tristan Tate, who have dual citizenship and in the US and the UK, have denied the allegations. Late last month, the Tate brothers were allowed to leave Europe and fly to the US. And they are, let's see, they then have traveled to Florida. They are under criminal investigation. Per court documents, they've just been sued. The Jane Doe alleged that the Tate brothers attempted to involve her in a webcam sex trafficking scheme. They're obviously bad guys, and they also are very, very strong, big online misogynistic. Speaking of misogyny, right? Laurie Feig would have a field day with these guys. They are disgusting, misogynistic, awful, like influencers online. They love to like have this like really gross content online, just really talking badly about women and bad about like they feel like very homophobic and just like, oh, just bad. And they're just controversial bad dudes. And they have a huge following because just like Kanye, there's really effed up people in the world that like to follow effed up people, right? And they were at this event, this slap event, because this is what we need in the world, right? We need events where people slap each other for fun. And meanwhile, they were at this event. James Kennedy was there. There was paparazzi pictures of them like chatting it up for a while. And James Kennedy posts a picture of him with them on his stories, like excited to be seen with them. Then everyone loses their minds. And so then 20 hours later or whatever, he takes the story down, and then he posts a story on his Instagram stories saying, "I regret posting a photo with the Tate brothers at an event last night. I was unfamiliar with their content after talking to them for 30 minutes at this event. I only knew them as podcasters, really, that had posted a viral clip about Vanderpump. I have since educated myself and condemned their beliefs. I'm so sorry to all that I offended." But you know what? In this world, right? What's the year of 2025? It's the year of FAFO. We FAFO it up in 2025. And Face Reality 16 has now come up with a really great way to FAFO it up, because she said, we did some digging and we found out, number one, we have not found one viral clip of the Tate brothers ever talking about Vanderpump, not once, not ever. So where is this viral clip that they've spoken of? But also Tristan Tate, one of the Tate brothers, posted this Instagram story of the picture and then the deleted picture and then him apologizing for it, replied to it on Twitter and said, "Begged and kissed my ass for 30 minutes straight and called me a hero. He knew exactly who I was and what content I made. He's just a PUSS, who can't handle DMs from woke R's. I'm going to let you decide who that is. F this guy." This is what Tristan Tate wrote about James Kennedy. Okay? So James Kennedy has been caught in 2 lies. This is another example of no backbone. If you're going to take a picture with the Tate brothers, at least say it with your chest. I support the Tate brothers. But now, and I thought about this when he posted the apology and took it down, I'm like, you're such an idiot. Because now you're going to lose the support of all the people that you took the picture, because you took the picture with the Tate brothers. But now you're going to lose the support of the Tate brothers, because now you're embarrassed to be taking a picture of the Tate brothers. So now you've lost support of both sides. You're an idiot. If you're going to take the picture, at least be strong about it. You did the dirty delete, and now you're embarrassed by it. Say it with your chest. You can't get away with it anymore. So now you look even more stupid. And that is the problem with James Kennedy, because now he looks like he was kissing up to them. You know who else was caught hugging it up with the Tate brothers? Our good old friend Mario Lopez. But Mario Lopez is good friends with Joe Francis, so that tracks. How is Mario Lopez like still around? Odd. Really, really odd. Wendy Williams, you guys. Wendy Williams this is breaking news. Wendy Williams police have been called, and she has a police response. Basically, she has been in her room with signs begging for help this morning in her assisted living facility. And, you know, ever since TMZ has been talking about her, she has, you know, gotten a lot of attention, but she was taken away this morning by her assisted living home by an ambulance Monday after she dropped a note to paparazzi begging them to help her. Cops were called to do a wellness check around 11:15 a.m. soon after the former Wendy Williams show host tossed a piece of paper to a photographer from the window of her fifth-story room. Kid you not, you guys, as I am reading this article on page 6, kid you not, I wish I could show it to you. A freaking Mint Mobile ad. Look at this. Ryan Reynolds' face shows up to my face. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I mean, I can't get enough. Why is he always in our faces? Okay. So it says that her handwritten message simply read, "Help, Wendy." According to photos, Wendy Williams walked to the ambulance on her own as she was escorted by a handful of police. This is her this morning. She was seen escorted. This was a note that said, "Help, Wendy." She wore a t-shirt, black leggings, and a long sweater as she was seen looking somber, leaving the facility. Police assisted her as she pulled herself into an ambulance. Her rep has yet to respond to page 6's request for comment. Apparently she's supposed to do The View in a few days. Why would she ever go to there? But whatever. We'll see what happens. But she's walking. She's getting into an ambulance herself. And there she is laughing. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's going on with Wendy Williams. We'll see. Mint Mobile is spending so much money on their ads. You guys are all getting so many Mint Mobile ads. All right. I will leave you with this because we don't have that much more time. Depositions are scheduled in the Blake Lively case. I'm getting that report right now. In August, we will get depositions. Real Housewives of Atlanta premiered their newest season last night. I will not talk about it yet because a lot of you guys that are telling me you haven't had a chance to watch it, but go watch it. It was a great season premiere. I'll talk about it this week. I thought it was great. And listen to Brittany Cartwright's When Reality Hits episode. Must listen to it because I want to talk about it this week. Jax Taylor gets called out so badly by Brittany Cartwright for being a freaking liar. He's such a liar. So make sure you listen to all of that stuff this week. I will be on Billy Bush in just an hour or so, maybe a couple hours. And I will see you guys soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye, friends. Love you. Thank you for subscribing. Bye.